That is totally pointless with this stove.
Hello, how is everybody? Today I've got yet another little bargain stove. I've got this because it looks slightly different to anything I've really seen before on a fuel stove. Obviously I can't read that bit, it's in Chinese. This was off Amazon, so if you're interested in it, I'll put the link in the description. It's called a cluster combustion alcohol stove. So let's take a look at it and what you get in the bag. In the box. So in the box, it comes in a nice little velvet bag, which has it. This is the thing with it. I wish they would just put, you know, one of them toggles, so you pull it and it just clicks down. But this has got two separate ones on to open it from there. So it does open, and the good thing about this, I've got a, excuse me where you can't see me, this is a 800ml, well it's 800ml to about there, so it's actually a litre if you go fill it to the very top, this mug. But this actually does sit in there nicely, and that'll be everything you need in there as well. So let's just take that out again, and I'm going to set you down on the table with the burn hole in, but I brought a little pie dish to set the stove on, and we'll have a look at it down there.
So what do we get in the bag, and why do I think this stove is a little bit different? Sorry about the wobble if you did pick it up. Pop that back in the box. So with this, you get like a pan stand on it. And this bit here, we'll soon find out whether this is a fail or not for this stove. Then inside, you've got your strangest type stove. Now I have had these before off Amazon, the cheaper ones, and like the copycat, and this is always just broken straight off. So we'll see how that goes. So obviously you've got your simmer ring there. Let's take that off. So the simmer ring just clicks off there. Sorry, I'm hoping you can see, I'm forgetting my angles. Then you've got your screw tap on there, which has a seal inside. And the thing to do to maintain these seals, you can put a little bit of Vaseline or silicone spray if you've got any onto that. But the main thing is not to put that lid back on while this is still hot. You've got to wait for that to totally cool down, because if you put that on while it's still hot, you're likely to melt this and break the seal on it. So yeah, so you've got that, your snuffer outer, and then this little base that has 3 prongs on it in there. Now in the pictures, and I'll put a screenshot of this up, it has that sitting on there like that, but that literally is only mil, if that, sat on there. And then this sitting on there like that. We'll see how it works, but to me, that sat on there like that. Is it covering those little outlets? I think it's covering the outlets there. Now this, sometimes, look, see, it can fall down if you rock it a bit. It's not going to go anywhere, it's only going to sit in the bottom. But I think that would be better actually sat in the bottom like that. Because if you want to use this snuffer or to simmer, you can get that with a bit of wiggling. You can get that through there and onto that. You can't, there's not much room to adjust it. But if this is sitting on there like it is in the pictures, well, you can get that on, but if that's over it, that's redundant then. So you're going to have to pick that up hot, which I don't understand that. I really don't. It's a bit of a waste of space, unless it's two ways of using it. The thing with it is, it hasn't come with any instructions at all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some fuel in it. I'm going to take this out just to make sure. And the fuel I'm using is the Fire Dragon. So I'll get this, it's got a child lock lid on it, I can't get off. Right, so I'm going to screw this lid on. There is a little bit of liquid on there, what's spilled over, so if I screw this lid on, I'll just get rid of that excess liquid, give that a shake. Yeah, there's nothing coming out of that. So you can transport that, see, with some fuel already in it. So take that off. I'll pop this in here. There we go. I'm doing this in more or less one take. And I clever boy. Right, I'm going to light this. I think that's lit. It's the only thing with the yeah, I can feel heat coming off that. So I think I'm going to wait for that to bloom a bit. You won't actually be able to see anything there. Well, neither can I, to be fair. I'll get some water in our pot. We'll have a put in there. Right, so that's 500 ml of water popped into that. I can see the flame now on it, like. And we'll have a look. The only thing I can't see if it's coming out of the, you know, the holes around the top yet. They normally do take a few minutes for that to happen. But I'll put this on because it's hard to see. See how that works. Oh yeah, it doesn't actually cover them holes, like, so. Let's see how that's supposed to go. Then I shall pop the pot on top. See, that's probably a bit more handy if you've got a frying pan or something, isn't it? I'll pop the lid on that. So the time now, I know some people do this with the phone and the stopwatch. Hopefully you can see that, that's the time now. So I'm going to take that as about 2 minutes to 10 to 11. And we'll see how long that takes to boil. So for me, really, that thing on the top, I think it's inhibiting that getting a full bloom on. But I don't know. It's different anyway. Oh, the price. I got it in Prime Day sales. It was £12.60 or something. It might have been less or more. It wasn't. Well, it wasn't over £13. I'll put the link up. It's currently gone back up to its normal price, which is £15. £15, but it's got, you know, the 6% off voucher next to it. So if you tick that, it'll take the 6% off the 15 quid or whatever it is, which will probably bring it down to around about what I paid for it anyway. Right, we're still waiting on it, and the time is that. So I reckon it's probably been on about 4 minutes now. So anyway, we'll see in a bit. Right, now is definitely boiling. You can see the thing shaking. It's going to bubble over in a minute, and we're on. So that's took about 12 minutes, 13 minutes to get to a rolling boil. Yeah, we might have got there sooner actually, because that's not bad actually. I'm quite impressed with that. And as I always say, if you're after something that'll do a quick boil, take your gas stove. No, that is working. Yeah, that is blooming. Dare I take that top bit off and see how it's going? Oh, yeah, bugger. Ah, look. Just bent the bag, tried to pick that up. But you see what the problem is now? So even though this comes with a snuffer, how do you now snuff that out? You can't. you have to physically get this off first before you could drop that snuffer on, and that's hot. And it's not something really you don't want to be, unless you've got your gloves with you, that's red hot. You don't really want to be flicking that off anywhere near, well, anywhere really, in case you knock this over and then all that fuel is going to drop out. I don't even know, could you blow it out? Ah, man, saying that, a couple of strong puffs. Oh, missus. And that's gone out. But as far as using that with it, that's a total fail because you can't. So I think, yeah, it's hot, but it's not. You could gently move that about if you're careful. Just make sure that. Yeah, that is definitely out. So why? That is totally pointless with this stove. Like I thought originally when I showed you, I thought that could sit at the very bottom and at least you could push that in through the hole and the side vent, but you can't, because that needs to be on, because that pot, which is probably burning a hole in the table, which doesn't matter because look at the state of it, it won't physically fit on that top ring, I don't think. We'll give it a try in a moment when it's cooled a bit. Right, so I told a lie. That pot does actually fit. That pot does actually fit on there, so you could rest a pot directly on there, or I've got a feeling this is still going to be hot. Oh no, yeah, it is hot. But what I'm thinking, is don't burn yourself. Burning love, I'm just a hunker burning love. Lord Almighty. It's not doing it now. When I didn't want it to do it before, that was just constantly falling off. Them little lip holders there. So there, it's fell off one now. I'm doing a bit of fiddling, right there. So that's now sat just at the bottom. It can't come out. Just that's cooled down. It can't come out because it sits in that hole there. That's not physically thingy for it. So now you could use it with the snuffer, but you'd have to get that set to where you want it before putting it on, if you know what I mean. I'm just going to insert this here because I've just realised while I'm editing the video that looking at this with that hole in the bottom, that actually can be used like that. So that could sit on there. You could either put your pot straight on top of that, actually a bit of a windshield for you, or you can put your pot holder on. You still can't really use the snuffer, not with that there anyway. It's not going to go through. If that's not on, could possibly use a snuffer.
still a faff one, like, just blow the frigging thing out. Right, back to the other video, me waffling on still. So what I've done, I've brought you into the garage to see if them ports were blooming, because I couldn't see outside. But you can see they are, or most of them are anyway. I don't want to get too close to that because the camera will say it's overheating and switch off. There you go, it's lit them now. But I'll just get the top thing for it, because that sits on them lugs there and I've dropped it down to the bottom. See, but now if I drop that on there, I know the pot does fit on top of that now anyway, so you could use it just like that, and you could then use the snuffer. But if that was to go on top, yeah, that'd still work, wouldn't it? That'd still work. Right, I'll get the snuffer. So I've closed the snuffer up. Yeah, and you can get that nice and easy in there now to cool down. Yeah, so you can use it sort of two ways. But there you go, if you're interested in something a little bit different. It all seemed to work. Like I say, I only picked it up out of curiosity because it was something that I'd never actually seen before, looking like that for a fuel burner. So for £12 something, and obviously it's an added. Forgot that. I forgot that I still had water in it. Alarm's going off now, and it fits in that. I don't think it'll fit in the 500ml, but it certainly fits in that pot. So that's all right. So if you've liked the video, guys, please give us a thumbs up if you found it informative. If you're already subscribed, thank you ever so much. If you're a new subscriber, again, thank you so much. It really is appreciated. If you don't subscribe, hit the subscribe button down there. Not the one on the screen, because I don't think that does anything. That's purely for aesthetical value. Aesthetical? Whatever. Click the proper one and hit the bell. You'll know when I upload of us. So, until the next little adventure, whatever I'm going to get up to, or the next budget review, to see what I've purchased. I have got something coming, but it's from Amazon, but I'm waiting for it to arrive from China. And in between that, I've got something else to review. So if you're into caravan or car, camera's overheating because it's so hot out there at the moment. And if you don't subscribe, get subscribed, click the bell and everything, all that gubbins. Don't click this thing, like I said, it's only for whatever. But if you found this little stove bit of a puzzler to me, it does what it's supposed to do, burn thing, and it is something. I only bought it because it is something that's a little bit different that I'd not seen before, and I thought it could be of interest to you. So anyway, that's it for this one. Don't know where I got up to last time, but the next thing that's coming, I don't know what I'm doing, but there'll be something of interest definitely to people who have a caravan or go car camping or motorhome or van conversion, anything like that. The next review will definitely be worth watching, so stick around for that. It might not be the next review, but it's one that's in the pipeline and will be coming up. So all right, until next time, I love you all millions. Catch you again. Bye for now. Mwah, love you loads.